Oh, hello there. My name is Nick Rolla. This is my associate, Dylan Muth. Many people in the Metro East area of Illinois have claimed to experience strange phenomena located around the area known as the Seven Gates of Hell, which spans across Collinsville and Illinois. Throughout this documentary, we'll be researching the validity of these claims.
We were able to track down someone who has had a paranormal experience with the Seven Gates of Hell. His name's Grant Parker, and he agreed to share his experience with us.
We're driving, we do the whole stop under one of the gates, turn off all the music, turn off the car, roll all the windows down, turn the lights off. We do all that. We drive around to a few more. We go back up to the cemetery. Then we're like, you know what, we have a little bit more time. It hasn't started raining yet. Let's go to one more gate. So we go, it's the darkest gate there is. It's like you're driving down the road, and then the gate's right here, and then just a little farther, it turns off and goes into the woods. So we're driving along. I'm thinking the whole time, I just had a feeling it wasn't a good idea, because there's no street lights really anywhere. And you're just driving along. I had to use my brights to see. So then we're driving, we're about to turn into the woods, and I didn't want to go in the woods. And all of a sudden my friend was like, look! And he looked over, and I didn't see it because I was still focusing on driving, but everyone else in the car saw it. There was just this dude. He was just sitting on the railroad tracks staring at us, didn't blink. So then they're like, let's turn around and look. I was like, yeah, then we can get out of here too. So we pull in to the nearest place, which ended up being the gate, back up. Then right as I'm about to put it in drive and go forward, I don't know if they heard something on the car, saw something, or what. They're not really sure. But they all screamed the loudest, most terrified screams that I've ever heard. So then my adrenaline kicked in. I put it into drive, floored it, and we were going 80, 85 all the way out Lebanon Road. And they looked over right as we were leaving. The guy who had been there about 2 seconds before was gone. So we're driving along, we're back into town, just turning on the keyboard, I think, and we're looking around, and all of a sudden I look in the rearview mirror and there's a handprint just on the rear window of my car, and it hadn't been there before. So we're like, oh crap, there's a handprint. So we drive, pull into Buc-ee's, hop out, and we take a picture of the handprint because it was completely white all around, but then like I put my hand next to it to see if it would turn out white from dust, and it turned out black. So we take a picture, hop back in the car, look at the picture, then we look at it, and there was nothing in the back of my car at all to reflect off of. But there was this face, almost like the guy from Saw, that was in between the thumb and the first finger on the picture, but it wasn't there at all in real life. And the whole way driving home, we had the heat on because it was getting kind of cold and it had started to rain, but it wasn't getting any warmer. So we drove out, and we kept on going down Keyword, going back to my friend Aaron's house. And we kept driving, it was still cold. This time I had the heat up full blast, the fans were going the whole way. It just stayed cold. It was not getting any warmer. So we're going, and we talked about getting the car blessed because we thought, we just seen paranormal activity too. Dude's there 1 second, gone the next, could be a demon. So we drive, we're going. I turn into my friend's neighborhood, and my friend says, dude, are you really gonna get the car blessed? Yes, I'm getting the car blessed. We're driving, we're about halfway to our house. Dude, are you seriously getting the car blessed? I'm getting the car blessed. And my friend's dad was a pastor, so he was gonna do that. And then we pull into the driveway. My friend says, dude, you're not getting the car blessed. I was like, yes, Evan, I'm getting the car blessed. And right as I said that, there was just this cold, and there was a growling in the back, and the people in the middle row just felt something just run down their necks, just really slow and really chilling. So then we all looked at each other, I turned the car off as fast as I could, and we ran inside. Like, I was on the ground, hands and knees, crawling to get into the garage doors. It was opening. So we get inside, her dad comes out, blesses the car and everything. We're there for about an hour. And then I go home, I leave all my lights on, my iPod's playing, I have a Bible in one hand and the cross in the other, and I got about a half hour sleep that night, in between in and out of falling asleep. Then next day I put the cross into my car where I still kept it, drove to school, everything ended up being fine. So we don't know, it's either one of two things we think. One, it could be a demon like we thought, and it had gone in the car because we were going looking for trouble, because the guy was there 1 second, gone the next in the face. Or two, since there are a lot of reports of KKK and Satanist houses down there, and people go missing and turn up dead, probably because of human sacrifices, that the guy could have been one of the cultists, and that he was waiting for one of us to hop out of the car to kidnap us. So we don't know.